Hello and welcome. One of the things I've been thinking a lot about recently is the public perception of LARP. Due to the coronavirus, which is ongoing, I can't leave the house and go and talk to random people. So I decided to do the next best thing, which is to take to the internet and see who I could talk to. Here you go. It's so dumb. I feel like I'm dating right now. I feel like people would judge me. Wow, I expected this to go way better. How you doing, sir?
Hey,
Hey, fuck, you're a guy with a shirt on that isn't jacking off. That's like incredible. I've been through a
yeah, I
bad
know,
run,
I
man.
know, I know, I know. I'm here for like 1 hour and I can find normal person to talk with.
How you doing,
Alright,
pal?
hello mate.
Quarantine party, is it? Is that a
It is,
quarantine party?
it is a quarantine session, my friend.
Hi, how you doing?
Hi.
I'm all right. How are you doing?
I'm cool. So I assume you're from the US, right? From your accent? Somewhere in there?
No, I'm Filipino.
I know like two expressions in Filipino. Magandang gabi, which means beautiful woman, I think.
Ah,
And
no,
does it?
no,
It is not. Or
no.
magandang babay, I think is the other one. It's been
That's a
like
beautiful woman.
I knew two things, right? And I had to get one of them right. Yeah, hey, never mind. Have you heard of it before? You heard about people doing it?
No,
Not really. Yeah, cool. Do you know what LARPing is?
Heck no.
Okay. Have you heard of a thing called LARP, LRP, live action roleplay before?
No.
What about live action roleplay? You heard of that?
No. I mean, I know I can assume from the name what it is, but
Right. So,
I've
but,
never really heard of it.
like live action roleplay, like a bunch of nerds dressing up and going to a field and pretending to be someone else for the weekend. You heard of that stuff?
Yeah.
What kind of preconceptions, like the limited amount of knowledge that you do have on it?
I think I've seen some videos. I know that people dress up and, like you said, they go out for like maybe a week, maybe two, or whatever. You know,
Yeah.
just kind of cosplay the whole time. I think that's pretty cool. You know, let out their creativity.
Yeah, sounds.
Well, it's not like a down opinion, but I've never done it myself.
Yeah, I think you should do what you want and what you want to.
So you're going on the attitude of like, hey, you do you. If you want to dress up in a field for a weekend, hey, go for it, man. Like, where are you from, by the way?
Alabama.
Alabama, the deep South, man. Holy shit!
Yeah.
All right, boys.
It's a very interesting activity.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of the time when people online talk about role playing online, it just goes down a not very fun path.
Are you talking about like a kind of a creepy type vibe? You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, exactly.
yeah. I think that's kind of one of the things because I've only been LARPing for a couple of years. And before getting into it, I completely get what you mean. Like, there's a kind of creepy, pervy vibe from an external point of view. Do you get what I mean? I don't know. What do you
I
think?
think so. I mean, it makes sense. Like a lot of fantasy games. It's just I see why people would think that.
A mix between theatre and game, like, you know?
that sounds pretty epic, mate.
It's not bad, dude. It's good
No,
times.
Yeah, no, I used to when I was younger, I used to do quite a lot of well, my father did. I actually done quite a lot of reenactments.
Me and my friends think about doing it. We role play on like GTA a lot. But
Right. Hey, sounds. Bro, like straight up, like LARP is for you, dude. Like straight up, like this is weird that I'm even having this conversation, man. Because I'm like, I've seen so many fucking dicks in the last fucking hour, and like I randomly chat to you, and you're like, yeah, man. Well, I RP anyway. Never heard of LARP, so
I also see another video regarding this sort of thing, but it's like UFC. I don't know if you heard of UFC. It's like the
Yeah.
UFC, but with medieval outfits on, so
Yeah.
shields, and they actually go at it. You know.
yeah,
They really
HEMA,
go at it.
HEMA,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
I think these are all sort of like I've been doing LARP for maybe 2 years, and like the world's kind of like you have like reenactors on one Venn diagram, right? And there's LARPers in another, airsofters, cosplayers. Do you know what I mean? Like there's all these different computer game people. Like I'm much more of a gamer than I am anything else, you know. So kind of interesting little world. If you found the right LARP near you, would that be something that you'd be interested in, or would you be held back for some reason? You know, like I'm just kind of curious.
Very interesting question. I think I would be down to go if I had friends who, like, at least one person who I knew. I wouldn't just like go if it was just me, you know?
Yeah, no,
I'd need like, yeah, but I would. I mean, why not? Okay, but what really goes on there, though?
What really goes on? Well, that's something you're gonna have to go and find out, man. I mean, honestly, it's nothing. Basically, like from what we do, it's like a festival LARP where you have like, I think it's like just over 2,000 people go. So think of it more like a big festival with like music and drinking and fun, and there's fighting as well. So you get to go and have these big epic battles with like 1,000 people on either side, and they hit each other. It's a good time. Like, but with that, I didn't go. Like, I went with friends. Like, people go by themselves, and I'm like I'm a pretty confident person, and I'm not going LARPing on my own. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, it just sounds like a big convention to me.
Yeah. Yeah, it's quite liberating.
Which is fun.
I think people get to kind of play out like say if you're not the most confident person, you can kind of use LARP as a bit of a mask to kind of like maybe put yourself into situations that you might be uncomfortable in otherwise, you know? Like I know people that has helped with their confidence, that's for sure, you know.
I would think so. I mean, like, it's kind of like going into a new world.
Let me tell you about where do I'm stunned that I've even spoken to someone that has a mild interest, man. You've completely flummoxed me. Yeah, right. Like that's one thing I think. Like all the things, my preconceptions before going to LARP were pretty much all gone by the end of the weekend. Do you know what I mean? Like, it definitely wasn't that. Also, the novelty of paying in character coin for real alcohol is something that still doesn't get old. That you can just walk into a bar there and be like, here is my fake money, and they give you real alcohol in exchange, which is pretty mind-blowing, dude.
That sounds my type of party. As long as the alcohol, then I'm fine.
So could I put you down as maybe a potentially, like, you could be interested in LARP at some point in the future?
Oh yeah, definitely, yeah.
So just off the chat that we've had now, is like, it sounds though that you wouldn't be against the idea of LARPing generally, would you really? Like, you sound pretty... Why not, right? So you think it's more like a people, if you're into it, then go for it type vibe?
Like you say, it's the genre of it. It's like cosplay, you know. It's such a unique genre that hundreds of thousands, probably even millions of people around the world go to these mad conventions, spend thousands of pounds, and spend thousands of hours making these mad, wonderful costumes, and then to go and express that, I think it's magical, you know.
Right then, there you go. I was a little surprised about how many people didn't know anything about LARP at all. But once people started to hear about it, they tend to be pretty up for the idea on the most. Obviously, I was also pretty surprised about how many people are masturbating on the internet, which is shocking, to be fair. I'll just close out with a little conversation I had with someone, which I thought was funny. So there you go. I hope you guys are all doing well, and thanks for watching. Bye-bye.
Oh, you again. Thank you.
I haven't spoken to you before, dude.
Thank you. Really.
No, thank you.
No, I insist.
No,
thank
I
you.
insist. Listen, motherfucker, I insist, alright? I thank you. For fuck's sake.
No, thank you.
No, man, who the fuck do you think you are coming in here thanking me? I want to thank you, man. Thanks for being fucking awesome, alright? Good for you.
You're very welcome. You're very welcome.
Yeah, exactly. I am fucking welcome, I'll have you know. Fuck's sake.